Today I'll be demonstrating the use of the Nintendo Game Development Kit. As you can see here, we have the IDE open on my computer, and I already have a game loaded. So I'm going to go ahead and run the game in the emulator, and we can see the game here. It's just a basic tic-tac-toe game. Okay, and then we're going to make a small change to the game. I'm just going to change one of the colors. And I run it again, and we can see that the color has changed. Okay, now the typical workflow, we would spend a lot of time making changes and testing in the emulator, and once we get to a good point for testing, we can now run it on the actual Nintendo by using the NES menu option. And as you can see, the Altera DEG board has now got a bunch of flashing lights on it, which represents the SRAM address is changing as it's sending the data to the device. And the DE2 is connected via ribbon cables to some circuit boards, which do the voltage level translation that converts the 3.3 volt from the DE2 to the 5 volt TTL levels in the NES. And then those wires go into the Super Mario cartridge, which is inside the Nintendo system itself. And this programming takes a little bit of time. You can see that the screen just flashes garbage while the programming occurs, and sometimes goes blank. Typically the NES is going to crash. Okay, and now the programming is complete. I'll simply hit the reset button here, and we can see the new version of the game has loaded. However, the results do not match what was in the emulator. And this is the big advantage of this device, is that a game that seems to work inside of emulation may not actually work as you intended it to on the real hardware. Some of the letters do have dark blue in them, but overall the color is not consistent like it should be. I'll go ahead and just start a game real quick so you can see that it does work. Alright, and we'll go back to the computer screen, and I'll just show a couple more features of the IDE environment here. Up at the top we have these three drop down boxes, and these allow me to navigate to variables and labels. So this one is for the labels. If I click any of these, you can see we just jump right to that spot in the text. And also for the game variables, we can go to any of those as well. Alright. And that completes my demonstration of the Nintendo Game Development Kit.